And are we in critical times? Who would have ever believed this back in 2020, that we'd be living these kind of lives? And it's global. You saw what happened over there in Italy. Yep, this past weekend. According to some of the numbers, over 100,000 people took to the streets in protest of the Green Pass. Isn't that a wonderful word? You must get vaccinated or you'll have no freedom. They actually say that. They say it in Australia, no freedom, no vax, no freedom. There was a thing called the Declaration of Independence in the United States. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Pursuit of happiness? Screw you. I'm your little clown boy or girl running your country, city, or state. I'll tell you what to do. Look at this. And it was the police. The police, again, they do this all the time. They become violent. The people fight against the violence. And then what do? They call them fascists. And they have to do away with this fascism. Yep. Italian police arrest far-right leaders after anti-vaccine riots. That's how the scum prostitute, little lowlife, pieces of garbage crap, like that little boy, that little clown of nothing, the Don Lemons, the little girl boy over there, the Vanderbilt girl boy, yeah, Anderson Cooper, another arrogant piece of nothing crap. Oh, when he got slapped, he ran away out of Egypt during the, that's it. That's a little lemonhead calling us all Trump supporters and ignorant, stupid people for not getting the vax up his you-know-what, where he takes everything else. Yep. And little Anderson Cooper, the Arab Spring, running away like a little girly boy, which he is, which they are. Little nothings telling us what to do. They sell the lie that these are riots caused by the people. They do it all the time. The agents provocateurs. You go back to the Battle of Seattle, 1999. The people were protesting against losing our jobs, having China coming into the World Trade Organization. Yeah, Camilla, look at this clown show, a reality show. That's all it is. A clown show. Arrogant nobodies telling everybody what to do. So going back to Italy, you're calling it fascist. Protesters were also seen throwing chairs and chanting slogans like freedom, freedom, freedom. They believe the measures are coercing people into getting vaccinated. Believe the measures? Believe the measures are coercing? How about freedom? How about me being who I want to be? Hey, how about all you, what's the name of that, Planned Parenthood? My body, my choice. Okay, fine. That's your belief. But you little hypocrites, you little low-life hypocrites, it's not my body, my choice when I want to get don't want to get vaccinated. No, you scum are spending millions of dollars selling the vaccine propaganda. Where's my body, my choice? Not my choice anymore. Going back to Italy, the cause has been backed by far-right neo-fascist groups whose local politicians are accused of orchestrating Saturday's violence. What they do is they always, again, the agents provocateurs, going back to the Battle of Seattle. They didn't want China to come into the World Trade Organization. It was a peaceful protest of about 45,000 people. All of a sudden, these guys dressed up in black, hoods over their face, can't see anything, smashing windows, throwing Molotov cocktails, burning a car, and that's where all the press goes. And the same thing here. Draghi slams aggression and intimidation. The prime minister condemned the violence, saying trade unions ensured workers' rights and that people would be punished if they attempted to intimidate trade union members. No one should think that they can return our country to its fascist past. This is Maurizio Landini, the Secretary General. A little nothing of a clown boy for the union that get bought out. So now I'm going to talk about calling it an act of fascist thuggery. Who is the head of your country, little Mario Izio Cazzone? Draghi. Where did he come from, little lowlife? Little union boy? Oh, he was with the Bank of Italy, the World Bank, head of the Goldman Sachs division in Italy, in Europe, and head of the European Central Bank. And now he's prime minister? Oh, and what happened under the ECB when he was there? Talking about fascists, you little clown? Oh, yeah. Bringing money to nothing and then buying corporate junk bonds. Buying corporate junk bonds. Craphead. Low life. That is fascism. Hey, maybe you're too damn stupid to forget Mussolini. Look up what he said, wanker. That fascism is the merger of state and corporate powers. And that's what you have in Italy, little lowlife. There he is. Oh, yeah. There he is. Look at this arrogant boy. Yep. Telling you what to do. Fascism. The merger of state and corporate powers. By the way, the average age of the deaths in Italy, the last time I looked them up, was 81 years old. So, again, look what's happening over in Australia. They're opening up. No vax, no freedom. I can't go to any places around here. Can't go to the Bearsville Theater in Woodstock. Can't go to the Senate Garage. Can't go to the Falcon. Can't go to any of these places, listen to music. Can't go to any of the restaurants in New York City. I don't have a vax passport. This is America? It's fascism. The fascists have taken over. Look at the numbers coming out. The 1% that have more money than 70% of the Americans, the middle class, wiped us out. Fascism. The merger of state and corporate powers in a country near you. The billionaires got $8 trillion richer when the COVID war happened. Median household income in America had only declined at its greatest rate since they've been doing the numbers. And why aren't people going back to work? Oh, you don't want to work at Dollar General and get $11.50 an hour? And there's the scum telling us what to do. Little lying fraud Fauci. Look, if we don't unite, we're finished. Who would have ever believed this? That we have this war going on. Those of us that don't want to get vaccinated with a gene therapy drug, the first ever injected into human beings, an Operation Warp Speed, rush through, who don't want to get it, are ridiculed and banned from having freedom. And most disgustingly, what do the prostitute media, these little whores, media whores who get paid to put out by their corporate pimps and their government whoremasters, they quote clowns, little clowns, to tell us what to do. This is the news on Yahoo. Breaking Bad actor Giancarlo Esposito, message to the vaccinated. If you don't want to vaccinate, go to a small island and sequester yourself. Otherwise, you're saying F you to all other human beings. We all have to do it if we want to leave. Hey, Junior, get this in your stupid head. You're an actor. You're not even yourself. A curse word is calling little clown boys with bad attitudes celebrities. Me telling you to go F yourself is proper language when this crap comes spewing out of your actor's mouth. Let's start with some of your stupid, ignorant comments, Junior. We all have to do it if we want to live. Hey, clown boy, I didn't do it. I'm alive. I've held massive rallies. Oh, yeah, when everything was locked down right up here in Kingston, New York. You know where that is, Clowney? Yeah, I died and everybody that was here died too. Hey, Jerky, look who's dying, Clowney. How about what the CDC says? 78% of the hospitalized people are either obese or overweight. 94% of the people that die have 2.6 pre-existing comorbidities. So what are you talking about? And we're saying F you to other human beings? I don't look at you as a human being. I think I look at you as a human clown, a celebrity. I'll put my facts and work up against yours and anybody else's in the world, including the scientists. I put out a magazine each week. Last week was only 176 pages. All facts, no ads. Unlike the Yahoo crap. Now, ignorant man, little boy of nothing, if you got vaccinated, you're safe, right? 96% efficacy rate. Don't you remember that? Of course you remember that. You swallowed the crap. And who else do they quote? George Clooney also spoke on the topic to THR, saying, quote, "It's crazy and stupid that people in the industry are refusing to get the vaccine to the detriment of others." What detriment of others? You're vaccinated, clown boy. Oh, Clooney, the arrogant Clooney, a little mommy's boy. Oh, would you have gotten there if your mother wasn't Rosemary and opened up all the doors for you? Arrogant boy. You didn't do it on your own. Mommy got you there. A member of the club. So save your arrogant crap and shove it up where you got the vax, because that's where the crap is coming out of. And it's stupid because every generation in our country, for more than a lifetime, has been asked to sacrifice something for the safety of their fellow men. Get shot, fight Nazis. Could you imagine this? All that anyone's being asked here is to get a shot in the arm and put on a mask. Grow up, get something done. Don't you talk to me like that. You grow up, you little stupid jerk. Wearing the masks are totally ineffective, and you're too damn stupid to read about the dangers of wearing them. And moron, mommy's boy, born on third base and thought you had a home run, catching a virus outside, according to the data, your chances of getting it are less than 1%. Oh, and don't forget, while you're masturbating, Clooney, don't forget to sanitize your hands, because that's all you're doing. You're whacking off in public, and all of these little clowns called celebrities, Kimmel, what a bunch of crap, spewing out of their mouths, and the masses buy it. The masses buy it. Just like they marched off to Mussolini, saluted Stalin, Heil Hitler, dumb enough to believe Bush's was, dumb enough to believe Obama's was, dumb enough to hear and listen to and swallow the crap spewing out of the mouth of these celebrities, arrogant clowns. So, what's this doing on a bigger scale? I saw two young kids today, little kids wearing masks. Breaks my heart. Freaking them all out. They're growing up. No freedom, no joy. And then we're going to look at the economy when we get back, because this thing is going to go down big. It's going to go down hard, and it's going to go down fast. And the celebrities don't give a damn because they made a lot of money playing stupid acts. So they don't care about us. They don't care about the working people. And again, going back to why aren't people going back to work? Because they got these lousy jobs that pay nothing. And they're looking at their lives and saying, why am I doing this? Oh, and you're worried about supply chain disruptions? How about worrying about the slime balls that made them happen when they took all our manufacturing out? Oh, you liked, Bill Clinton, huh? Yeah. You like bringing China into the World Trade Organization, taking all our jobs away. One after another. That we have supply chain disruptions driving up prices when we are one of the richest countries in the world with human and natural resources is the disgrace this country has become. And it's gotten so low, that little clowns like Clooney and Kimmel and that other jerk I just read, Giancarlo Esposito, spew out crap, and the people buy it. Once upon a time, the actors were at the leading edge of seeing what liars the government were. Now they're all part of the system. And that's why the music stinks, the movie stinks, and the crap coming out of your mouth is coming out of your butt. And they just, in New South Wales, Australia, Premier Dominic Perrottet announced the end of the lockdown, and their Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, and you look at what clowns these people look like. They got that Gladys been jerking off out of there. She got caught screwing this other guy and doing deals with him. Yeah, because you had to pay to, she had to pay to get, the guy was married, because when you look at this Facha Brute, who wouldn't want to do it to her unless she paid a lot of dough to get it done. So now she quit. And now they got this other clown in there. And then there's Scott Morrison, another jerk, another looking, there she is. Facha Brute. He goes, Scott Morrison says, I want to thank Australians for their incredible job that they have done in getting vaccinated. Can you believe this, that they're calling getting vaccinated an incredible job? Nature doesn't count anymore. Natural healing never existed since the beginning of time. The God is science. Nature is, don't you talk about nature is not God. Only science is God. There were some wild scenes in some shops and bars as Sydney-siders rushed to enjoy freedoms denied for months. Yep. But as the lockdown ends, a lockout of the unvaccinated comes into place, with only the double jabbed able to enjoy the reopening. This is from the Daily. This is from Australia. That's the language they use. This is satanic, demonic. Showed that thing about herd immunity. We're doing a story in this week's Trends Journal. I didn't know they were going to show that. We're just working on it. Last week's, by the way, 176 pages, no ads. There's no magazine in the world like it. It's a book each week. And you read what you want. When you pick up a newspaper, you don't read everything. You read what you want. Pick up a magazine, the same thing. But information you won't find anywhere else because we give trend posts, trend forecasts, what it means, what's next, and what you might want to do about it. So there's entrepreneur opportunities. Herd immunity heresy, lies and damn lies. We're talking about herd immunity, how they say it, then they say they're not going to get it. And they go more and more, it seems that the experts are giving up the idea of herd immunity, and perhaps with good reason. Dr. Andrew Pollard, head of the Oxford Vaccine Group, was quoted on CNBC, telling British lawmakers that with vaccines not offering complete protection, vaccinated persons still able to be infected and transmitted the virus, that the idea of herd immunity was mythical. I suspect that what the virus will throw up next is a variant, even better at transmitting among vaccinated populations. In the UK, Israel, and elsewhere, the notion of vaccination and conferred immunity was proven false. Studies show that those with natural immunity were far better protected than those vaccinated. And our article was a pandemic of the unvaccinated or just the opposite. And that was September of this year. Dr. Andrew Friedman of the Cardiff Medical School said that because of the more transmissible nature of the Delta variant, the proportion of people needing to be fully vaccinated for herd immunity is probably not achievable. And we're mentioning this because why are you forcing people to get vaccinated? Number one, the vaccination of efficacy rate went down from 96%, according to when they were selling it back in November and December of 2020, to now 39%, according to the Israeli Health Ministry. So why are you doing this? And then we quote that fraud Fauci over there. They show that picture of that Katson over there. And we write, Dr. Anthony Fauci, for example, ordained by the prostitutes as the greatest epidemiologist in the world has ever known, first BS'd that herd immunity from COVID-19 would be reached in the U.S. when 70% of the population had been vaccinated. But then he adjusted his estimate first to 75%, 80%, and then 85%. And again, this is what we do with the Trends Journal. See, Fauci the fake, the root of all pandemic lies, March 2021. Kit Yates of the UK's Bath University said herd immunity would be impossible with less than 90% of the population getting vaccinated. But that was before the Delta variant. Again, on and on. We put the facts down. They're lying to us. They're making us crap up. Remember when they were telling you to don't, every time you touch a surface, to wipe it down and wipe your hands? The chances of picking the virus up from the surface are greater than 10,001. There's a lot going on. When we get back, I'm going to talk about the economy, because today's market is very important. What's going on, what to do, and what to expect. The markets are up strong today, the economy. This morning, the Dow was up over 170 points. It did a 180. Now it's down about 180 points. Oil is touching $84 a barrel for Brent crude. You saw the job numbers last week? They expected, the numbers were between 700,000 and 500,000 new jobs to be created. The number came in at 194,000. This is serious. Look at the facts. Meantime, they're wondering and worrying about stagflation, meaning inflation prices go up and the economy stagnates. It's not stagflation, it's dragflation. The economy's going to go down, drag down, and inflation is going to go much higher. You look at just some of the things coming out. PepsiCo will continue to pass on higher costs to consumers with price increases this fall and early next year. And it's one place after another they're doing it. Meantime, merger and acquisition activities at all-time highs. UK grocery fetches $9.4 billion. I mean, it's one story after another every day in the news. The big's buying up more and more and getting bigger, while everybody else gets poorer. And then you keep looking at the other data. Again, bank mergers keep going up. Moderna vaccine mints 3 new Forbes billionaires. The financial windfall at Moderna, the biotech company behind one of the 3 federally cleared COVID-19 vaccines, has propelled 3 new names into Forbes magazine's list of the 400 richest people in the United States. And the richest people in the United States, these 400, pay less percentage of taxes than we, the little people of Slavelandia. You keep looking at the numbers and you can see what's going on. Inflation's going to keep going up. The economy's going to keep going down. You're looking at Bitcoin. If Bitcoin and the other top cryptocurrencies weren't here, gold prices would be spiking. We have called the breakout points of Bitcoin for the last 3 years identically. And now it's at a critical breakout point. Once it breaks above the 63, 65,000 mark, or even stays above this where it is now in the 57,000, almost 58,000 per coin. If it keeps staying in this range, we're looking for a big breakout. The only thing that could turn it back, as we see it, is government interference. And will the government interfere? Of course they will. My father, may he rest in peace, used to tell me about my grandfather. May he rest in peace. May they all rest in peace. About how he packed up all his gold coins and brought them back to the bank back in 1933, when it was illegal to own gold. It's a gangster mob in charge. I'm not making it up. There's a story here in the Financial Times about the dirty deals the banksters are doing and how the gang pressure bills for Fed to crack down on active trading by staff. U.S. Central Bank warned tighter ethics regime needed to restore reputation. Faced with one of the biggest reputational crises in its history, the Federal Reserve is under pressure to overhaul its ethics guidelines and eliminate virtually all active trading by U.S. central bank officials. And what happened was 2 regional Fed presidents, Robert Kaplan from Dallas and Eric Rosengren from Boston, resigned after their trading activity came to light. What a joke. Warren included questionable transaction by Richard Clarida, Fed Vice Chair, which included the transfer of $5 million from a bond fund to a stock fund just a day before Jay Powell, that's the chair of the central bank, hinted at a policy move. as the COVID war began to take hold in February 2020. So they had all the insider trading. How many of us could transfer $5 million in bonds? Oh, yeah, well, I have another 30 million over there. Just take 5 million and push it over there. Get this in your head, everybody. If you're too damn stupid to understand this, don't watch me. Don't subscribe to the Trends Journal. If you're stupid enough to believe that you have a Republican Party and a Democratic Party running the government, I don't want to waste my breath talking to you. It's a crime syndicate. That's all it is. Look at this BS headline. Pressure bills for Fed to crack down on active trading by staff. These are the two clowns that just got caught. This stuff has been going on and on and on. As George Carlin, may rest in peace, said, it's one big club and you ain't in it. That clown Kaplan, his trades were in the $1 million and above. Oh, I'm going to resign, the Rosengren said. I'm not feeling well, so they don't keep looking into the crap that you're doing. When I was a young man, they had drugstores. Now they have drug chains. When I was a young man, they had stationery stores. Gone. Old Riley's is right down the corner over here in Kingston. Gone. Now we have stationery chains. When I was a young boy, they had hardware stores. Gone. Hardware chains. When I was a young boy, they had grocery stores. All different ones, all over the place. The kid growing up in the Bronx and Yonkers, all over the place, different ones. And you went to different ones to get the different specialties of those. Now we have grocery chains. And all we are plantation workers in chains. The bigs are buying up everything. Merger and acquisition activity is at an all-time high. The rich keep getting richer. They own it all, and they tell us what to do. What do you have? 6 companies control over 90% of the media?
And so, believe it or not, I think you all get it. And it literally, I guess I know you all know it. I'm sorry to go on so long. Thank you.